Hi, I'm Judy Kay Mausolf, and today I would like to talk to you about 9 attitude adjusters. Attitude is my absolute favorite thing in the world to talk about. My husband Steve teases me about living in an orange bubble. Different colors create different energy. Orange creates feelings of happiness and positive energy. And he said, there you are, you're always happy and positive, happy and positive. And I'll be honest, it's not because I only meet nice people, because I meet a lot of the same people you meet, or that everything goes my way. Trust me, it doesn't. I fly almost every week. But what it is, it's the realization that what I put out there is what I get back. So number one principle for attitude adjusters is law of attraction. Be mindful of the energy you put out there. My husband Steve and I, on a trip to North Dakota to see my family, created an acronym for the word orange to reflect the law of attraction. So here it is. Optimistic, radiant attitudes nurture great energy. It's positive circulation in action. Number two, attitude is a choice. We get to choose our attitude. It's up to us from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed. We get to choose how we want to respond. Yes, we might have energy, we might have emotion, but we have a mind that can supersede that. So it's really important that we are mindful about the attitude that we choose and not leave it up to other people or circumstances, or we give our power away. And if other people aren't nice to you, or they're crabby or whatever, it has nothing to do with you. Don't change your attitude based on someone else's behavior, or you give your power away to them. So take your power back and choose. I actually created Smile and Shine bands and a Ta-da band as a reminder that attitude is a choice. And I wear it every day. It's the first thing I put on and the last thing I take off every day. So attitude, number two, is attitude is a choice. Number three, focus creates our attitude. So it's important to have, here's another acronym, are you ready? SPF, a super positive focus. The only difference between a negative and a positive person, or a glass half full and glass half empty, is what they focus on. So it's important, if you have a tendency to be more Eeyore-ish than Tiger, is to start looking for 3 positives in any situation. Where's the potential positive? And that helps you go down the right path. It's an amazing thing. The average human being has 60,000 thoughts a day. I didn't know about you, but I didn't know I thought that much. But 60,000 thoughts a day, 95% are redundant. The same thought I had yesterday is the same thought I have today is the same thought I have tomorrow. And 80% are naturally negative unless we change it. And that's based on from fight or flight. We weren't worried about the flowers, we were worried about the dinosaur that could eat us. So we want to make sure that we, on intent, focus on where's potential positive. And I like to stack the deck by keeping 3 positives in my pocket all the time. Number one, my health. The older I get, health is number one. If I'm not here, I can't do anything else. Number two, my husband. I love my husband, and I'll call it my family. My husband and my dog, and it depends on which day, which one gets top billing, right? And number three, I love what I get to do. Do I love every aspect about it? No, but I love what I get to do. So those are my 3 positives I have in my pocket. And I would ask you to think of 3 positives in your life right now to keep for when you can't see the positive in the day or in the moment. Number 4 is labeling. Be mindful of the words you use. Words have power. If you label something as hard or difficult or bad, the energy comes with that. Or it's stressful. I was like, oh, it's so stressful. Well, it is now because you've just labeled it. Instead, be mindful. Use the word interesting. Interesting is neutral, and it doesn't put the energy with the word. It's so important to be mindful of that. Number 5, start out on a positive note, quote, song, prayer, whatever it is that gets you in the right mood. I actually post a Ray for the day, thanks to my lovely husband Steve, who came up with this idea in 2008 or 9. I've been posting a Ray for the day ever since then. So no matter where I'm at, it's a Ray for the day. I haven't missed a day yet. So if you would like to find that, you can find that on facebook.com/judyk.mausolf. Number 6, have a check buddy. You know, there are some days we come to work and it's been an interesting drive or an interesting morning, let's just say. And that energy, that emotion is still within us. So whoever is the first person that you see at work is your check buddy. Make sure you check in with each other. Say good morning as a cue. That's a cue for each other to say, hey, it's showtime. It's time to leave that at the door. And physically just take it and throw it off. Here's another acronym for you. Leave your crap at the door. Criticism, rudeness, assumptions, and problems. And then you can have a great day. Number 7, important to have positive team meetings. I like to have a book club type of meeting topics. In fact, I wrote both of my books to be great conversation pieces for team meetings. You could take a chapter per meeting. There's another company out there called Simple Truths that has great books for team meeting topics. If you go to simpletruths.com, you can find a lot of books there as well. Number 8 is create a kudos environment. And what I mean by a kudos environment is that everybody knows and is aware of what's good and right. And we focus on what's good and right versus who's doing what wrong. We have a tendency to always look at who isn't working hard enough or who didn't do this. And it's time to shift that focus to who's doing what right and making sure that we're highlighting and showing appreciation and gratitude for what's being done. Because what gets appreciated is what gets results. And finally, number 9 is celebration. If we want to bring joy back into our life, if we want to have a positive attitude, we want to feel happy. And celebration helps us feel happy. If we don't take time to celebrate our wins, our successes, even the little things, I mean, for some of us, just getting out of bed in the morning is a win, right? We lose our joy. So it's so important that we take time to celebrate as we go out throughout the day. We have, body language that speaks to other people. We have body patterns that speak to us. If we want to feel happier and a more positive attitude, we can change our body patterns to positive patterns. So if I'm stressed or I'm starting to worry about something, I might clench. Probably a lot of you wear night guards. Or I might wring my hands, or I might tighten up. And my body recognizes that as a stress pattern and as a call for more stress hormones. If I want to change that from spinning out of control, I can change my body pattern to a positive pattern, like smiling. Smiling makes us feel better. Go ahead and give it a whirl. Smile. This is going to be an active participation here. Or give somebody a thumbs up. Just going thumbs up, like, yeah, there's a thumbs up. Or a high five, or clapping, or singing. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing. I got asked to leave choir 7th grade and take up an instrument, so that's not something you'd like me to hear. And dancing. Think of how you feel when you dance. Let's say you had an interesting day and an interesting doctor and a lot of interesting patients, and you need to reset. You could have music keyed up in your lunchroom. Go back, turn on some music, do some crazy dance moves, and 10 seconds later come out and be in a totally different mood, a totally different attitude. So those type of body patterns can help change you. The biggest, the most powerful body pattern that there is the victory pose. And little children do it all the time. They go, ta-da! And they feel better. And little kids don't even care if they've done anything to warrant doing the victory pose. They do a half a somersault and they do the victory pose and then they go, ta-da! And then they're like, and they don't care if anybody cares or not. It's time we start to celebrate again. So let's all do a victory pose together, shall we? A little ta-da. So I want you to think about something that you are happy that you've achieved, something that you feel good about that you've accomplished. And then at the count of 3, I want you to throw your arms in the air without hurting anybody next to you and shout ta-da in your loudest voice. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Give yourself a hand. Good job. Those are your 9 attitude adjusters. Have an awesome day today.